Service to it. It's a waste of time. We're very, very disappointed.
Mr. Speaker.
Dr. Kennedy Graham.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just speaking to the point of order, I just want to add my voice in support of the expression of concern, and I do so for two or three reasons. Less than 4 months is an inadequate amount of time for the House to consider this particular bill. It is well known, and should be well known to the Minister, that there is a qualitative difference between the process by which a bill is developed by the government through a series of hui and meetings and listening to submitters, as the Minister said, on the one hand, and the parliamentary process by which the government brings the bill into the House for it to be digested and debated by colleagues around all benches. They are completely different processes. To cite the first process and the length and comprehensiveness, as he put it, of the first process as a reason to truncate the second process is wrong and irrelevant. And it is surprising that a Minister of the Cabinet should produce such a weak argument. Secondly, on points of substance, there is arguably no greater issue of moment before society and New Zealand, and therefore this Parliament, than climate change. And to suggest that we can truncate that issue, of any issue, within a 4-month period is also erroneous. And thirdly, on substance, we heard in all glorious technicolor this afternoon a full range of views, arguably from mine on the one hand to the Honourable John Banks immediately following on the other. Now, unless we regard the parliamentary process as simply a mindless, unhearing, unthinking legislative machinery, then we would have regard to seeing whether there is any scope for either getting complete common ground between opposition and government, or at the very least identifying areas of disagreement that have been expressed this afternoon that we could at least shave off to move towards that, some common ground. Common ground on this issue, as farmers and business and other sectors have said, is an essential criterion of predictability for investment purposes. And to suggest that we just don't give a damn about that and we'll just run this thing through with the numbers as fast as we can is unedifying in the extreme and not doing justice to the importance of the issue.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party votes called for. Ask the clerk for a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
All yours.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
8 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
2 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Any other votes?
Members, the ayes are 63, the noes are 57. The motion is agreed to. Call on Government Orders of the Day, numbers 2 to 15.
Mr. Speaker.
Agricultural Compounds and Veterinary Medicines Amendment Bill, third reading.